r/AskReddit asks. Your government tells you to stay home for 30 days to stop the spread of the China coronavirus. How do you respond? I'd get so freaking much stuff done in my house. Deep everything, cleaning, organizing, purging junk, painting rooms. Working full-time makes anything beyond average maintenance level a challenge. N degrees 1 If the government has ordered me to stay home, I'm staying fucking home, cause that only happens in fucking major dangers, and besides I live in a very safe place when it comes to being isolated from disease, and you wouldn't see me going to school with a pandemic. Would they declare martial law to actually implement that order? No surrender 30-day bender, only drinking Corona. Goes great with Lyme disease. Well, I'm officially off work now until the 17th. That's around 3 weeks from now. So I've got food and water for a bit. Not sure if it's 3 weeks worth. But I haven't gone outside all weekend. Not even to get a delivery. My door has stayed shut. I'm waiting for my husband to get back, if he can come back, and we will go from there. I'm calling my consulate today to see what options, if any, that we have. Edit to add, I'm in Shanghai if that matters. I stay home for 30 days. Not really much of an issue for me. I enjoy being at home. Do you have enough food for 30 days? Can you heat your home for 30 days if the power goes out? I comply. I work from home, so would not be hard. Only difficulty is food with no contact with others. Order groceries online to be delivered to your house by those who can afford to take off of work. You get food, and the delivery driver gets paid a premium for the high demand in tips. Is Amazon still allowed to deliver, or will the government be dropping off a 30-day supply of food and household necessities? Definitely couldn't survive off of what I have today without extreme rationing and developing vitamin deficiencies, and eventually running out of TP, but at least I have plenty of soap. That's a good question. My guess is that, to maintain an effective quarantine, no deliveries of any type would be possible. I have 6 months of paid leave right now. I'll take the vacation. Wow, that's nice. Why aren't you just vibing, RN? That's pretty close to reality here in Japan. A couple large corporations have started encouraging work from home for people with offices in central locations. The company I work for has the technical capability and is located at a transportation hub in Tokyo, so maybe I'd be fine. I have a fully stocked fridge, freezer and pantry. I also have a veggie garden and chooks. I just stocked up the dog freezer, so they have plenty of food. I'd love to have an excuse not to leave the house for a month, I'd get so much done. Pull food out of storage, buy more food for the dogs, and start planting crops and bottling water just in case. Side note, you guys would believe how easy it is to grow potatoes. When my grandpa was little, it was a hard winter on the farm and the frost came early, wiping out the harvest. He went in the barn to look and see if any food from storage was left, and found a ton of potatoes growing under the straw. They survived on those potatoes for the rest of winter. No, I'm not Irish. I know you were going to ask. If the government wants everyone to stay home, I'm pretty sure my job will close down for the interim as well. We'd probably treat the situation like a severe weather closing, albeit a long one. I'd still get paid, thank the gods for unions, but if this was short notice I'd probably starve because don't have much for groceries. I'd probably have to scramble to make sure I have enough cat food and human food at home before hunkering down, if that's allowed. Go to my grandma's house in the middle of PA, about 1.5 hours from civilization. She already has a boatload of food there, but I would stock up just in case. Then I would wait. Read books, watch YouTube if the internet is still around, maybe look for the gravestone of the original owners of the house. The house was built around the Civil War or earlier, and do stuff that anyone would do in a giant old house from that time. Then, since it is on a giant property, I could farm for food if this whole ordeal lasts for more than 30 days and destroys humanity. And amp, #X200B, now all I have to do is worry about the 4 stink bug nests, the drafts, and the ghosts of my grandparents that I know are there and all the people who owned the house before. This will be fun. Do I have time to get to the store first? And enough time to get through the stupid long lines this would certainly cause? We've got plenty of meat and dry goods, at any rate. Need more vegetables, and I'd end up buying out all the shelf-stable milk. I've been debating that too. I believe that a trip to the shops would be reasonable as long as it happened at the beginning of the quarantine period. Sure, it exposes you to more infection vectors, but if you stay quarantined for 30 days after, and avoided infecting people while you were at the store, there's time for the virus to die out if you happen to get infected. It wouldn't be good news for you, but it would be good for the population as a whole. Don't have 30 days of food, and the kinds would go nuts, but if something could be done about that, it's cold outside and is happily stay at or near home. I hardly leave my house, so it wouldn't be any different than any other day. I hope the government are cool with paying my rent for the month, because I'm fucked otherwise. Catch coronavirus, or be homeless. Tough choices, man. We still have basic utilities, right? Running water, electricity, internet and such? If yes, I'm cool. My kids are going to board out of their skulls, the puppy will drive me up a wall, I'm not sure my husband will survive, but I'm pretty sure we would make it. I'd be staying home and not letting anyone but my family into my house. I'm immunocompromised and if it were to get to that point, I'd obey. We do have plenty of extra food downstairs in our pantry, but would probably need a good food shopping trip to make it 30 days worth. Right now, I could probably stretch it to 14 days or so. First I'd probably put on a face mask and go to the service station and make sure I have a full tank in my car. Also I would buy up as much milk as I think I can use before it goes bad and about 5 dozen eggs. I don't even care if I'm paying exorbitant prices so long as I can avoid the supermarket. Then I head home and immediately message my family and fill a bunch of water-holding vessels with drinking water just in case. And then basically I just hope that the power doesn't go off and that the mobile towers keep functioning. Then I settle down to write. A lot. Wait. So I have to stay in the comfort of my home? No need to get dressed, cause no one will sew me? No dealing with the assholes in public? No bad drivers? No impatient, entitled people? Fuck yes. See ya. Might wait an extra 30 days just to be safe. Already do that, so I'll just keep living my pathetic excuse of a life whilst staying a hermit with immense social anxiety. Reddit is here for you. We'll cheer you up, provide social interaction, and make you laugh. And criticize your beliefs. And mock your politics. And call you a cunt. No problem. I have a freezer full of food and I can meet with my clients online. Dogs would get a little bored without walks, but that's about it. Do I get free food? The answers that expect food or wages are funny. The point of the quarantine is to prevent the spread of a fatal disease before it infects an entire population. Subsidizing food needs would be pretty far down the list of priorities, I expect. Buy some food, bread, some canned food, some water. Start deep cleaning everything. Wear the mask. Let in some fresh air, tell all my relatives that I am currently quarantined. Dude, I'm gonna play so much Yu-Gi-Oh before I starve. Buy canned food. Especially treats like cinnamon rolls. My dogs would not allow that, plus my nicotine addiction would also not permit me to be confined indoors either. Smoking inside is gross. So the government will have to get past 3 angry dogs who haven't had a walk and a very angry, upset, nicotine-deprived person as well telling not to go outside. Not happening. Would be a great time to, stop smoking.